Greetings goers of YouTube, just call me Dr. Storm. So while I know that my last video ended with a farewell to some YouTubers, this video is unfortunately going to be starting with a YouTuber farewell too. For those of you who somehow don't know who SMG4, or as he was formerly known as Super Mario Glitchy 4 is, he's been making YouTube videos in Super Mario 64 emulation and in Gmod since the early 2010s. What started out as some kid making dumb videos of Mario doing random crap and spouting already existing memes eventually grew into the creation of what is arguably the biggest production company for indie animation online right now, Glitch Productions. You know that funny show with the Jester girl who everybody in their Tails plushie has been drawing interesting fan art of? Yeah, there's a chance we might not even have that show right now if an 11-year-old kid didn't decide to upload this to the internet one day. I actually first discovered SMG4 with the Freddy Spaghetti Ria video when I was a freshman in college, and I became a regular viewer for a good several years after that. I think I dropped off in what I want to say was 2018, which was before the channel went downhill and before when many people agreed that it started to turn into a bit of brain rot. I was thinking of playing a clip of modern SMG4 here, but I'm honestly kind of afraid to even venture into modern SMG4 based on what I've heard. Well, if there was anyone praying for SMG4 videos to go away, I guess their prayers were answered, because very recently Luke, which is SMG4's real name, announced rather suddenly that he's retiring making his regular video series. As he says he feels creatively fulfilled with the series, and I imagine that Glitch Productions now being self-sustaining means that his videos don't need to financially support the company anymore. Despite what you may think of SMG4 videos in modern times, Luke's journey on YouTube is a one-of-a-kind experience that so many people on the platform dream their own could end up being. It's honestly pretty touching to see him get to where he got to today, and I sincerely wish him the best in his retirement. Okay, so now let's talk about the trash fire user that you guys actually clicked on the video for. So Herby Hops is a brony that looks like Wario from Channel Awesome, ate Aaron Hansen.
Praise in the name of Jesus that I've been eating raw beef ever since I was a baby.
Oh.
The FDA and the USDA don't know shit.
Oh, right, and he also uploaded a bunch of sounds that appeared in SMG4 videos to his own YouTube channel for other people to use. Yeah, that's the thing about him that's actually relevant to the entire opening of my video. So yeah, most of Herby's most popular videos are just him re-uploading these sound clips, and I will give him credit for actually linking the respective sources of each clip in the description for a lot of the videos. But as we'll soon see, Herby is really delusional and seriously thinks that mundane shit like this is doing a great service for the world. Going as far as to call himself a sound effect creator for SMG4, as if SMG4 is actually coming to him for these audio clips to use in his videos. Like, he's not even creating the sound effects. Hell, Luke's not even making the sound effects. He just pulled them from other sources entirely. I'm also just kind of surprised that these videos have as many views as they do, to be honest. Like, you're seriously telling me that 145,000 people since 2015 didn't know what Pingus was from anything else and they had to click on Herby's video to listen to it for the first time? Well, regardless of what you think of Herby's contributions to the SMG4 community, he uploaded his own video where he reacted to Luke's farewell. It's meant to be sad, but with how Herby does things, let's just watch. Oh boy, showing yourself posting a YouTube comment to sad music. Only 15 seconds in and already we're at maximum pretentiousness. Oh, now we're suddenly watching GTA 5 gameplay for some reason. Is it supposed to be a metaphor? Like if the seagull takes a shit, it represents Herby posting his YouTube comments? Okay, and now we have one of SMG4's hats that he sells for merch. Like, what do I even expect for the next shot? Just footage of the Hindenburg disaster or something?
I am not dying this far from $200,000 in my pocket. Hell no. Fuck yeah.
Okay, and now it's a GTA 5 Let's Play again. Herby, we're 40 seconds in. Just pick something and stick with it, God damn it.
Let's see what we got going on. Thank you for everything. Oh no.
Why the fuck couldn't the video have just started here instead of having that 40 seconds of filler bullshit? Is it like reality TV where you were trying to fabricate an interesting narrative so you could do something like, oh, where were you guys when SMG4 left us? I vividly remember I was playing GTA 5 in my room with my stupid blue hat.
I'm ending SMG4.
Oh.
Yeah, totally genuine reaction. You just happen to be holding the SMG4 hat right when you heard the news. Yeah, you're totally a real and believable functioning member of society.
And I'm so grateful that I've been able to...
I'm gonna start crying.
Has anybody ever just announced that they're going to start crying in the way that Herbie just did so bluntly? I mean, I know this video's already fabricated dog shit, but that was still really pushing it.
make all these great stories and characters for you guys, but all the things must come to an end. This isn't a decision I decided lightly. I feel like with the amount of stories I've told and the characters we've met, I feel like I've creatively fulfilled what I wanted to do with this series. I've done everything I wanted, and I'm really happy and proud with
Dude, we already know you paid $30 for the hat. You don't need to keep reminding us every 40 seconds.
how far I've come, and how far the pack has come, and how far we've come together. And I want to give the series an ending it deserves.
I've worked a multitude of years making sound effects for this dude that somehow has made over 3 million YouTube views.
Okay, so first off, you never made sound effects for SMG4, you just took them from his and other people's videos for those 3 million views. If anything, he's the one who's actually doing something for you. And second, just, wow dude, holy shit, way to make Luke reminiscing on his career all about yourself just visiting a third-party downloader site and pasting links into you absolute fucking narcissist. Like, this is the first time you're actually reacting to something in the video and I just loathe you entirely already.
And YouTube doesn't pay me for shit, by the way.
You're literally just uploading other people's 2 to 3 second clips without transforming them in any conceivable way. Why should anybody pay you for that?
All of these things have been done for my hard labor.
So something that you'll learn from watching Herby Hops is that no matter how small of a good deed he performs, he believes that he should always receive compensation for it. Whether that be money, praise, or some other kind of reward. Like, I genuinely believe that if he held the door open for a random stranger and they didn't say thank you, he would either flip his shit in public or just record a sociopathic rant about why they're a piece of shit as soon as he gets home. Hell, even when he's getting paid to help those in need, as he'll say, he'll still bitch and moan about something.
And offer me a $100 citation while I'm fucking delivering meals to those in need? You're stupid. You're fucking stupid.
And then, about a few months after this one, another one decided to jump on my case and tell me to get the fuck off my phone while I'm driving.
Fuck you. Just think of all those people out there that still need meals right now, like what you're seeing right now. And you're literally gonna fucking slam me with a 6-hour class and a $100 citation over this. See? Exactly the shit I'm talking about.
I've tried applying for YouTube monetization twice to 3 times, and every single time, they've turned me down. Every single time.
They probably denied you monetization because all your most popular videos are just other people's shit re-uploaded that doesn't even come close to hitting the 10-minute mark, and because almost none of your most recent videos even pass 100 views.
And then YouTube has the nerve to talk about, oh, we're terminating your paperwork for applying for monetization. You guys haven't even been fucking trying to begin with.
I imagine they simply got sick of you spamming paperwork over and over when you have nothing to show them that they can actually profit off of.
If he's retiring because, YouTube isn't letting him have his way, I'm not saying that's what's going on, but...
Well, no, that's not what's going on. He outright said earlier that he feels like he's done all he could with the series and feels there's no reason to continue it because of that. If YouTube was actually screwing him over, he'd probably just say it.
The reason I pull up that logistic is because a lot of great YouTube content creators, they're leaving for the better good. There's people that were once on the platform that are now in the armed forces, or they're pursuing greater life opportunities. Like take a look at myself, for instance. I stopped making sound effects to go help out non-profit organizations and have dinner with charities and VIPs and celebrities and stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry, but did this motherfucker seriously just compare himself not posting other people's clips anymore so he could meet My Little Pony voice actors at conventions he paid to attend, to soldiers leaving their friends and families behind to go fight for our country? Just how can you have this little self-awareness? Like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you, Herby Hops?
I completely feel his pain. I'm gonna keep watching this though.
So, here's what's gonna happen. On the 27th of December, 2025, I'll be releasing the last SMG4 video. A full SMG4 movie that will be a proper send-off to the series, and the final chapter of SMG4.
Damn.
From there, the channel will be left as is. Leading up to that movie, starting from right now, each episode will be a special video where SMG4 will spend time with each character, ultimately doing the last adventure they want to do. You guys don't know how much SMG4 means to me.
Damn.
I'm so thankful for...
Damn. Oh, damn. Oh, holy shit, dude. I'm so fucking bummed. Oh, damn, man. Damn.
the show, and for you guys supporting me every step of the way. So again, thank you all so much for joining me on this journey. And I'll see you guys one last time.
You're welcome,
on
man.
December 27th.
He's going to try and kiss him through the TV, isn't he?
The craziest situation about this is, there's a video that I posted on my page years ago that he had commented on.
Great, and we're just back to making this about you. Awesome.
An old video from like 10 years ago, but if we go to the comment section,
SMG4, Super Mario Luigi 4, it's me, Mr. Herby,
look at this.
and I want to show you something.
He commented that 9 years ago on a video from 10 years ago.
Yeah, and it's been so long that he most likely doesn't even remember who you are that he even posted this comment, which is honestly probably a good thing for your own sake.
I bought a medium size because, you know, I wear mediums. I like to support all your Super Mario Luigi stuff because it's all funny, man. It makes some good-ass funny videos. I like watching funny gaming videos, especially when you make all those retarded-ass videos.
You know, SMG4 never really stated why he was leaving.
Yes, he did. He said that he felt creatively fulfilled with the series and felt like he could bring it to an end. Guess you were too focused on sniffling and fake crying to catch that tidbit.
But you know what? I can feel his pain.
No, you cannot. In fact, considering you filmed your brother's corpse in the hospital while your mother cried over him and uploaded it to YouTube, I'm honestly kind of wondering what emotions you're actually capable of feeling. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to mention that Herbie did something that fucked up, though fortunately it's not up anymore for his own family's sake ever since Claw caught it on stream.
As I stated previously, a lot of YouTube content creators, they're leaving the platform. And it's probably because of the way that YouTube is treating people. And I mean, just look at myself, for instance. Helping out non-profit organizations, having fun with celebrities, raising money for charity. YouTube does not pay me fucking shit to do these events.
The entire point of giving to charity, Herbert, is that you are selflessly sacrificing something of your own to help those who are in greater need of it than you are. By demanding that somebody else pay you to compensate for the dent that you chose to leave in your own wallet, you are basically just demanding that other people give to charity instead, thus you end up giving nothing to the needy yourself. And thus you cannot brag about it to strangers online, though you shouldn't even be doing that in the first place.
And somehow, I've gotten recognition
The word is recognition, you dumb fuck.
from a whole fleet of retired Hasbro and Netflix voice actors. Compared to a platform that has denied me monetization 3 times in a row.
And Rarity's voice actress following you on Twitter has what to do with SMG4 retiring, which is what the subject of this video is? Also, wait, she said happy bidet, like she wished you a happy toilet that cleans your butthole? Yeah, I don't really think you should be flexing your connections with these voice actors if they're not even willing to review what autocorrect gives them before hitting send to you.
Well, it's been a long road, SMG4. I've known you since 2015, a year before I even graduated high school. And you know what? Just like I once told an old friend, I'm gonna wear this hat with pride, even at Everfree Northwest 2026 next year. I'm taking this hat with me to wear it.
Oh, that was actually kind of a heartfelt moment in this video for once. So how exactly does he kill the mood immediately after?
We've got a lot of people that actually gave a shit about that playlist. Look at this. 1,000 videos, 5.4 million views.
Surprise, dude. Motherfucker.
We're gonna keep this channel running. 5.4 million just to keep the sound effects alive. We should probably do him a favor at the same time.
Oh, for fuck's sake, his videos aren't even going anywhere and people can just go back and watch them if they really want to. Don't pretend like you're the last existing reminder of his life's work, you absolute fucking kumquat.
I mean, like, literally look at Simple Flips. Simple Flips said that he was leaving Twitch to go pursue college dreams. So at least he's got a reason, you know? He's going to pursue a brighter future.
Luke also had a reason. You're just too up your own ass to listen to him about it.
Will say though, I get where Kevin's coming from.
His name is Luke, you fucktard. Kevin is his brother. You claim to care so much about this guy, yet you can't even bother getting his name right or remembering the reason he's leaving as you flex your own socials and analytics.
If he wants to release the final SMG4 production that we will ever see, and he's gonna go pursue a brighter future after New Year's, then I'd say go for it. Because honestly, a lot of us were stuck in a loophole right now. Most of us were stuck in a loophole on YouTube where they're not even paying us.
Herbie, if you really need money that badly, just go back to door dashing. Or maybe don't with how you act behind the wheel.
You mad dogging me? Fuck you, puto. Problem. What? Problem. My fucking problem?
Yeah, why'd you fucking cut me off?
I didn't cut you off. What the fuck?
I'm on fucking camera, you dumbass.
Alright, whatever, dude. Fuck you too.
What?
I said fuck you too. So I tell him to shut the fuck up. And then he tries to pull a gun on me. I said fuck you too. Oh shit.
Come here.
Oh shit. I gotta call the cops.
I'm just hoping that wherever his adventures take him when he's done with YouTube, I hope it takes him to the better good. It just really sucks that a lot of content creators are leaving, you know, the platform. But maybe it's also for good reason. Never really stated what his reason was, and I fully respect it.
Oh my fucking god, please just take me now, Santa Christ.
If he feels like he's been doing this over 10 years, 20 years, making content and you know getting paid for it.
He is getting paid for doing it. He sells merch. You bought a hat. Stop projecting.
And he wants to go for something different, I'd say go for it. There's literally been times where I've thought about leaving the platform. Multiple times.
No, you haven't.
And maybe I should have.
You have never, ever thought that. You're way too proud of everything you do to back down with any level of modesty.
Anyways, it's saddened to hear that he's, you know, done with creating content and done with the platform. I just hope nothing but the best for him and his future endeavors. And, yeah, it's really sad news to hear, but I hope nothing but the best for him.
Oh, what? No final flex about the sound effects playlist or how you got Tara Strong to answer what her favorite Twilight X Reader fanfic was or some shit? Whatever then. So next up, we'll take a look at Herby Hops doing a good deed out in the wild. And spoiler alert, he does not display any more humility than he did in the last video.
Ooh, how sharp is that? Oh, dude. That's a safety concern right there. Especially with how these kids are jumping around and bouncing around. Imagine all you hear is BLOP! And they break a bone or something.
My, what a pleasant image to put in my head at the start of the video. Thank you very much, Furby Flops.
Somebody left their phone over here. I know exactly where I'm going.
Okay, so I just know that this is his own phone and that he's just pretending it's somebody else's that he can look like a good guy by turning it in, but I just can't prove it.
See, look at me being a fucking citizen and not a thievy piece of shit that would probably turn around and sell it for money in this town.
Any reason that this is the very first thing you say out loud upon turning in a lost phone? Just seems like you're trying to suppress any current or future allegations.
And unfortunately, this is also the same state where you have state police officers that are causing DWI charges and trafficking and being a bunch of sick motherfuckers. And here I am just returning a random citizen's phone.
Okay, well, not a very good thing to add after I made a joke about you trying to hide your checkered past. Especially when you're talking about topics like this in an arcade where kids are walking around.
And people say I'm an asshole. Yeah, okay.
I mean, you still are. You can still be an asshole while not committing any crimes.
If I wanted to, I could have turned around and sold that phone and made a couple hundred, but I didn't. I did the right thing.
I mean, I guess you did act like a normal human being back there, for once. I'm not going to just give you a cookie for doing something that's expected of you, though.
Just like how I could have taken care of my own pre-existing financial situations, But instead, I offshored $6,000 of my own hard labor wages to help out a struggling non-profit organization in California. Think about that for a second.
You know, I'm really starting to think that you didn't turn in that lost phone out of the goodness of your heart and that you just did it to try and prove something for some ulterior motive. But, you know, that's just me. What do I know?
I didn't have to, and the organizer said I didn't have to spend that much money to help them out. But you know what? I did it anyways.
Are you going to, like, play any of these arcade games at all? Because if not, can you just leave so that the kids can play Hungry Hungry Hippos in peace?
It's like, I've got a tight friendship with a lot of these organizers. They're wanting me to take home top packages. They're wanting me to take on personal favors for them. They can't imagine the final year without me being there. All because of my hard-earned efforts of trying to save their non-profit organization.
Is this charity organizer in the room with us right now?
Well, hopefully that guy finds out that his phone was missing. But you know, some people call me an asshole, but it's just like, dude, you know how many rich people are out there that could be helping out like charities and, you know, feeding the homeless and, you know, people in poverty, but instead they're working on sending fucking garbage to space?
Yeah, space is so fucking boring, guys. They don't even have GTA 5 or any hot mares up there for any journey to be worth it.
Why be an Elon Musk when you can be a Keanu Reeves? Because look at it this way. Keanu Reeves, he makes millions in Hollywood, right? He spends his time with his fans. He spends his time giving off to the homeless and helping out charities. And what has Elon Musk do? Except for salute Nazi shit and run his fucking mouth.
Well, I guess you're both Keanu and Elon then, Herbie. Because you donate to charity and you run your fucking mouth nonstop.
Grew up in a household where I lived off of peanut butter and jelly tortillas and ramen noodles and Kraft macaroni and cheese with hot dogs. I'm not over here, you know, flexing the billions of dollars that I wish I had.
I mean, you are flexing money to some extent, since you're bringing up the fact that you gave it to charity every 30 seconds.
You know, and if that was the case, I'd be helping out those in need, you know? Just like I said, I contributed $6,000 of my own hard labor wages to help out a struggling non-profit organization in the Bay Area. And unfortunately, you know, it didn't really get far with saving them, but a lot of the organizers have invited us back and seen everything we've done.
Saying that you donated to charity over and over and over and over again, Herbie, does not make you a better person with every single mention of it.
And has even asked me for, like, personal favors for them. Now, imagine a situation where the people in Seattle end up coming across this footage in, like, the next few years. And they see what type of person that I've been.
Yeah, the video just cuts off there. Thank fucking God I couldn't take anymore. So with how much Herbie mentions this charity he donates thousands of dollars to, you're probably wondering what exactly the charity is. The charity, of course, is a My Little Pony convention known as Babscon, which, to give credit to Herbie, actually does seem to have an emphasis on giving to charity. Unfortunately, the convention seems to have had its last year in April of 2025, which Herbie was of course devastated over. I mean, hey, if the one piece of evidence I had for me not being a complete asshole became obsolete, I'd be pretty bummed too. The last video we'll be looking at today is Herbie explaining why he donated $3,000 of his hard-earned cash to this Brony convention. Well, I mean, we know why, it's so he can brag about it, but, you know, let's see what he tries to come up with anyway.
Yet some people say I'm an asshole and a no-good person. What type of person would bring out $3,000 of his own hard labor wages to help out a struggling non-profit organization in California with trying to get out of this financial situation?
I mean, if you're saying that you did that, then yeah, an asshole would do exactly what you described.
That's right. Think about that for a second. Because that was the main primary goal, was trying to contribute as much money as possible to these people to try to help them out.
Herbie, you were just trying to prove you're a good person. Why are you immediately eyeing that door you're not supposed to enter like you're about to start the plot of a Simpsons episode?
Oh shit, somebody didn't put out their cigarette before putting it in the ashtray. That's how you start forest fires, kids.
But this is an urban area, and isn't the point of an ashtray to dispose of cigarettes and thus would prevent them from lighting anything on fire if they can even do that? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I've never smoked anything in my life.
Hang on. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Wow, Herbie, you just saved 49 orphans doing that. You're absolutely not an asshole. Also, please tell me that was your own drink you were pointlessly pouring over that cigarette. my fucking god, just cut a hole in that thing already and get it over with. God.
We made it to Cali. Let's go.
Oh god, did this become analog horror a while ago? Is he gonna turn away and then there's gonna be a monster on the wing when he looks back?
Oh, there. Okay. Oh.
Just to clarify, no, he didn't start playing Animal Crossing on his Switch before he was allowed to use electronics on the plane. He just started using background music from it at this part in the video.
Day 0 is going to be starting in about an hour and a half, which is where people can pick up their badges, get their plushes, collectibles, everything. It is so freaking crazy to be back here 2 years later when we were here 2 years ago at this very same hotel.
What the fuck was that AI-generated statement? And why is it weird to be at the same building that a convention you go to annually has always been in?
Look at this, dude. Holy shit.
No, that was mine.
Okay, there, it's dead. It died a virgin, thank Jesus.
They're like 10, bro. Leave them alone.
Repeating somebody else's joke but louder does not make you funny.
And the artwork they went with this year is just too fucking goddamn adorable, and I love it. They decided to do a Willy Wonka themed 10-year anniversary. Just look how fucking nice that artwork looks, man.
You know, I do have to be honest here, the hat is pretty nice. A totally non-biased opinion.
I remember when we were about ready to head out for this event, I talked about how Daddy's coming home with the milk and the cigarettes. Well, I'm not coming home with the milk and the cigarettes, but...
Well, no, because you're putting the cigarettes out with tea or some shit.
Smash tournament.
Oh god, is it still dead? Is he a necrophile now?
I don't know what's creepier, the fact that she made out with an animal or a corpse.
But how would you feel being known that you're one of everybody's favorite main 6?
It feels wonderful. I love it. I mean, everyone's got their favorites, and it can be anyone. I think it's all wonderful. It's an honor when it happens to be Fluttershy or Pinkie Pie. I mean, Fluttershy did win at San Diego Comic-Con for fan favorite, and I mean, I do think that sticks.
Wow, that was kind of a shit question to ask. Like, she had nothing to work with there.
Dude, we found Lulu.
Okay, who let this fucking furry into the My Little Pony convention? I know that ponies are hoofed mammals, but I think your thing is down the hall and to the left.
And for the record, yes, I will be back for next year's event. I wanted to talk about why I contributed $3,000 to this nonprofit organization.
Oh wow, the entire point of the fucking video after 3.5 minutes of boring convention shit and learning against my will that he owns a body pillow filled with God knows what.
This struggling nonprofit organization out of my own hard labor wages. I'm an unmonetized partner through YouTube. I've been continuously trying to fight the system to try to get monetized. They kept turning me down every single time. They never said why. They never said if it was the recycled content, the amount of foul language. They never stated why. And
yeah, I think it's the fact that most of your content that people actually watch isn't original, but honestly, considering you're an egomaniac, the reason they chose to deny you doesn't really matter because they made the right choice regardless.
Basically, when we went to this event in California this year, I had contributed $3,000 of my own full-time, part-time, hard labor wages to help out a struggling nonprofit organization. And sadly, it was not enough to keep the doors open. But that's not saying we didn't have a good time and we didn't try to help them, you know, pick a fight against all this financial situation.
In all seriousness, it actually is unfortunate that an event giving to charity did come to an end. I'm not going to crap on Herbie for that.
But sadly, it wasn't enough. And if you guys were in my shoes dealing with the amount of dumb shit that I deal with in this state,
state police officers causing DWI charges, driving while intoxicated, instead of protecting and serving, they're fucking trying to harm their own citizens. You got state police officers that are trafficking methamphetamines to minors, state police officers that are trafficking child.
Okay, seriously, why the fuck do you keep talking about cops doing shit with cheese pizza in all your videos? Is it actually this rampant of a problem in Washington state? Like, is the governor just possessed by the ghost of Jeffrey Epstein or some shit?
Which is an absolute disgusting government sin, especially if you're using people's tax dollars to protect and serve, but instead you're being labeled as a Jared Fogle of a state police officer, where you're over here trying to traffic, and that is disgusting. And I decided that, you know what, maybe it's best that all these, these nonprofit organizations, their charities, everything else gets the money. And that's what I did this year. Was I had contributed $3,000 of my own hard labor wages from my full-time, part-time job.
What? Herbie, you have to pay taxes regardless of whether or not you give money to charity. You're still giving money to the subway police force. Have you actually just not been paying taxes ever since you've been given to Babscon? Because I would check to make sure that the IRS doesn't have a bounty on your head right now.
I also will bring up another thing while we're on the subject. I did say some fucked up shit a few years ago.
Wait, what? What is this you're apologizing for? What did you even say that was so bad that you had to address it years later?
And I take full responsibility for it. I was not in my right place or my right time. My Nana had passed away 2 years prior. And I was just going through a rough time because, I had a dead-end car, a dead-end job. My Nana ended up dying in her sleep. I was dealing with unmarked cops. I was dealing with just the most unimaginable pieces of shit and the most worst situations possible that I could deal with in this state.
So is there just a bunch of insane Herby Hops lore that I don't know about, or is a lot of what he's talking about with the pedo police just shrouded in mystery? Because I honestly don't know if it's more intriguing if I know the full picture or not.
And I will admit that I did say some fucked up shit a few years ago, and I take full responsibility for everything I said, and I take everything back, and I fully apologize for everything. A few years ago just was not, the best forte for me, especially when my Nana passed away.
Yes, I take full responsibility for saying the N-word 6 years ago, but I also only said it because I was not in the best headspace, and my car broke down, and my grandma died, and the cops were all pedophiles, so I really do deserve some leeway, but it was all on me, guys, it was all on me, but not really. Dude, how hard is it to just let the dead rest? Stop doxing your family when they're not even alive to tell you no.
I felt like I was having a fucking midlife crisis at that point when my Nana passed away. And it was not the greatest time. It just really was. 2 years ago, I felt like I was disconnected from the event. And I felt like I was just there for no reason. I took a little time away. I went to Seattle last year. I came back this year, and everybody's all telling me that I belong at this place, and, they're supportive of everything that I've done. I tried to help these people pick a fight with the financial situation. And sadly, even though I had contributed $3,000 of my own hard labor wages in hopes that it would help out.
Sadly, it wasn't enough to keep the doors open. But that's not saying that I took the money away from some bad people in this state, some bad actors, and I gave it to some people that could really use it.
Herbie, the only way this statement makes any sense is if you were either funding illegal activity beforehand, or again, you were committing tax evasion. Both would be incredibly bad to admit on camera.
A few years ago, I missed out on my opportunity to bring home one of these, which included its very own light-up helmet. Like I said, I was just going through a bad time a few years ago. My Nana passing away, some unmarked cops getting in my case, a dead-end car, a dead-end job. Being jobless, having to spend time with the Goodwill job supervisor. I missed out on my opportunity this year, or when this year happened, 2022. But because of the whole full-time, part-time job and the fact I bust my ass off.
Herbie, you could tell me all your life's misfortunes 10 times over, and I still wouldn't feel any pity for you based on how we've seen you act so far.
Can turn the sadly missing out on a positive, on a crazy idea to... At least we tried to help them out with their $3,000, with putting $3,000 on their table and trying to help them out, So even though we didn't get a chance to get this one, at least we were there during the 10-year anniversary and we tried to help them pick a fight with their financial situation.
The fuck happened to Rainbow Dash over there? Did you cripple her to keep her from escaping?
This isn't what it looks like?
And yet some people say I'm an asshole and a no-good person. What type of person would bring out $3,000 of his own hard labor wages to help out a struggling nonprofit organization in California with trying to get out of this financial situation? That's right. Think about that for a second. Because that was the main primary goal
was trying to contribute as much money as possible to these people to try to help them out, away from all the dumbass piece of shit people in this state that are either registered sex offenders or look like Grand Theft Auto 5 NPCs.
While I don't doubt that Herbie actually did donate a big chunk of his own money directly to this organization, how much Herbie seems to value the merchandise and material items at Babscon doesn't really help him look like he's doing this because he wants to donate to the needy. Like, would he really donate the same amount of money towards the same people it was ultimately going to if it wasn't going through a My Little Pony convention that sold plushies and body pillows and that the voice actors from the show appeared at?
Oh, man. I love the fuck out of this. I really appreciate everything everyone did this year.
I really don't like the way you're stroking her mane as you're saying that.
They made this year brighter as fuck. And you know what? Even if that $3,000 didn't help, I sure hope it went to a better cause.
I mean, I genuinely hope it did, but not because I can use it to brag about myself to strangers online like how you've been doing. In conclusion, dear viewers, if you have the chance to do the right thing, just do it if you can. And preferably don't film yourself doing it and then go around telling everybody about it like you just slept with a really hot woman. Heaven won't give you any points for that part. Well, speaking of heaven, if you'll excuse me, I have to prepare exercising much bigger demons than Herby Hops. But until then, like or dislike the video depending on what you thought of it, share your thoughts in the comments down below, subscribe if you'd like to see more of my content, and have a good day or night.
I ate too much
pussy!